these drivers, though, they seem to think that this spoiler, with the bigger hole in the air that it was making, it was going to allow them to do a lot more drafting down these long straightaways and make some passes as they enter the corner.
Man, I'm impressed with Tony Stewart making all these passes. His car was nowhere near this good in practice, but looking really strong today.
Yeah, he was not happy on Friday. Vince?
Well, they got the race car pretty good in those final practices on Saturday, and Darian Grubb told me this morning, he said, I think we've got a real good baseline for the car. He said it's going to start off with a green track, so we think the car's going to be a little bit free. So we're going to start snug because that's what we learned from the tire test here, and that's exactly the way that this situation has played out. But bad news for Stewart's teammate, the 39 of Ryan Newman, slowing down, Marty.
Yeah, he's got a flat tire, and boy, he almost went into the wall, and he can't get to pit road. Now he can finally duck down and make it into pit road. But this is going to cost him as we are staying green. He was seventh.
He was one of those cars that was 3 wide, I saw, as they entered the corner. Maybe made some contact with that left rear tire. See right there, the left rear smoking.
With a heartbreak for Newman. He had a good start. He was running in the 7th position, and now all of a sudden he finds himself 55 miles an hour, struggling to get back to pit road. There's his crew.
Side tires, left side tires right here. Left side tires.
Here comes your race leader, Juan Pablo Montoya, followed by Jimmy Johnson, Mark Martin, and Jamie McMurray, and they're coming out of 4, and he is definitely going to go 1 lap down. So bad news for Ryan Newman. He just leaves pit road now. Montoya has opened up a 7/10 of a second lead.
We're seeing lap times that are quite a bit faster even than happy hour practices where they ran their fastest laps. The racetrack is really fast right now.
Let's go back and show you what happened to Ryan Newman.
You can see him already out of the groove right there, having that tire go down.
He's on board with Dale Jr.
He got extremely loose getting into turn 3. Didn't know at that time that he had a flat tire.
Tell you what, the guys that are clipping the dirt there and kicking it up onto the track, that's not very good. It's going to make it kind of greasy. And all of a sudden, here comes Carl Edwards in for an unscheduled pit stop. And we're getting the report that he was running hot. He was 17th when he came in. Still got a report that Ryan Newman's car is continuing to smoke. And there, oh, he's got another.
Yeah, he's got a
left rear.
He's got a tire rub. You can see that quarter panel right behind the tire was bent in. Could have been from contact from the rear, pushed that in close to that tire. We're going to have to fix that this time.
So it has gone from bad to worse for Ryan Newman. And here comes Denny Hamlin in on lap 11. And look at the water.
His car's running hot also. That's what that is, an overflow. And it starts pushing water out when it starts bowling that water.
Yeah, and I think a lot of this may be coming from debris that we saw over there. There was a lot of debris, and trying to get all of that cleaned up before these guys come through there a time or two. And I think that might be what we're seeing here.
He was 15th, and you notice they're not putting fuel in because we have that competition caution still to come, and that's when you're going to have to wait until you put fuel in, until after that. And there you saw A.J. Allmendinger also on pit road. So a lot of cars early here having trouble.
Now, Carl Edwards has remained on the lead lap because they just pitted just to get some tape off as we see them trying to work on this 39 car.
Let's go. That'll be good now. It'll be good.
It looks like they got it fixed right there. Had to get that tire clear of that fender.
Yeah, and what they can count on is it's a long day, and since we have the lucky dog rule, things like that, they can find themselves back on the lead lap. Just have to be patient.
12 car, Brad Keselowski has come down pit road as well. No problems, though, for Juan Montoya. Doc?
12 car on pit road. Now, we saw a moment ago that 99 came in as well. They said they got grass on the grill. Some of these guys clipping the grass as they go through the corners, getting some grass in the front of the grill and causing overheating. They pulled tape off the 99 and now tape off the 12 car.
Yeah, you see all that steam coming out. Now, we saw earlier, and Marty, you brought it up, how they were clipping that grass down there, kicking it up on the racetrack in front of these cars. And these cars do not like that. I'm telling you, you can get that grill clogged up in a second if you get that grass blowing up off the track.
He was running 14th before he came in for that unscheduled stop. Let's check in the Craftsman Tech Garage with Tim Brewer.
Marty, one of the most vulnerable areas on the race car is right here at the splitter. This is where all the grass comes up, and once you stop this area, you got to get that area clean. But before the race in the countdown show, we showed where the guys, colder weather here, you can put more tape on it, but if you get greedy, the engine's going to run really hot.
All right, Tim, thanks for that update. Let's also update you on some other cars. Blaney has gone back out. He's 8 laps down on the track. Robby Gordon, another car in on pit road. Jamie, what's the latest there?
Absolutely, same thing. Overheating for the 7 and he's yelling to his crew. He didn't want tires. Just get that grass off the grill. That was the exact same problem with Denny Hamlin, guys. And the 39 of Ryan Newman, it was a fender rub. They think they got it.
All right, thanks, Jamie. You saw right there on the left side of your screen the 33 of Clint Boyer trying to get around the 12, Brad Keselowski. We also wanted to update you that the 55 of Michael McDowell is back out. He's 3 laps down. And the 88's in.
I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like this. You know, it's just all these cars running hot just because of this grass kicking up.
Vince?
Yeah, that was exactly the situation for the 88. He was overheating, so they had to come in and get a little tape off the front end. As you see, the 13 with a problem.
Oh, and we've got multiple problems. That's Robby Gordon, as he has shredded the right front.
I have to wonder if maybe Robby Gordon making that green flag pit stop might have slid the front tires coming to pit road as he tried to get down to pit road speed.
Second caution of the day here, as we have completed 14 of the required laps. And boy, the 13 is still on fire. Max Papis was so thrilled that he had made his first Brickyard 400. He has qualified twice for the Indianapolis 500. He said, Marty, I've made Daytona and Indy and now the Brickyard. And it looks like his day is over.
And these crew chiefs really, to help their cars handle it, put a lot of tape on the front end to try to make sure that they can turn. But in turn, then it's biting them whenever they get just a little bit of debris there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there's just that this car is just so vulnerable to that. I don't care how much tape you've got on there, even if it's wide open. When you start stacking that grass in there, it virtually blocks it off. And you know, I've never seen this many cars have that kind of problem so quickly.
Robby Gordon limping back to pit road, and right now we have 32 cars on the lead lap after 15 laps.
Yeah, I think this is just exactly what you said, Dale. He was coming down pit road, Robby Gordon, and slid that right front tire trying to get on pit road, get it clear, and get back out and not lose a lap. But so this caution really kind of brought out by this, whatever this is grass getting up in the grills of all these cars.